Tougen Anki is an action-packed dark fantasy manga that delves into the eternal struggle between humans and demons, weaving deep psychological, emotional, and moral undertones through its protagonist Shiki Ichinose. Born into a world where demons and humans coexist under tense boundaries, Shiki discovers that he is not entirely human, but the descendant of a powerful demon bloodline. His journey is one of identity, survival, and self-acceptance as he grapples with his cursed heritage while navigating a world that fears and hunts his kind. Shiki Ichinose grew up believing he was just an ordinary boy living a normal life in a peaceful town. Raised by his father, he was taught values of kindness, humility, and compassion, traits that shaped his gentle demeanor. However, beneath this calm surface lay a storm waiting to erupt. His life took a tragic turn when his father was brutally murdered, and Shiki discovered the truth. He carried Oni blood, the mark of a demon. This revelation shattered his world. The very humans he lived among turned against him, seeing him as a threat, while demons sought to recruit or destroy him. His peaceful childhood gave way to chaos and mistrust. In that moment, his innocence was lost, replaced by burning confusion, a struggle to understand who he truly was in a world divided by hate and fear. The cultural backdrop of Tougen Anki mirrors a world deeply rooted in prejudice and ancient conflict, where demon bloodlines are both feared and desired. The society's obsession with purity and control becomes a constant shadow over Shiki's growth, influencing his every decision and emotion. Shiki's driving force is self-discovery and redemption. At the core, he seeks to understand the meaning of his existence. Is he a monster to be feared or a person capable of love and goodness? His father's death instills in him both guilt and purpose. To find out why his family was targeted and to protect others from suffering the same fate. Unlike typical revenge-driven heroes, Shiki's motivations are layered. He does not fight merely for vengeance, but to reclaim his humanity in a world that denies it. The duality of his nature, human and demon, symbolizes the internal war between instinct and morality. His journey becomes a metaphor for anyone battling inner demons, trying to prove that their blood or past does not define their destiny. Shiki Ichinose is a deeply complex character. On the surface, he is quiet, observant, and somewhat reserved, often appearing detached from those around him. However, this stoicism hides a storm of emotions: grief, anger, confusion, and yearning. He possesses immense compassion, yet he struggles with his darker impulses. When provoked, his Oni nature manifests violently, transforming him into something terrifying. This internal contradiction, kind but dangerous, gentle yet destructive, forms the heart of his character arc psychologically. Shiki copes by suppressing his emotions, using sarcasm or distance as shields. He often questions his right to exist, fearing that one day he might lose control and harm the very people he loves. This emotional vulnerability makes him relatable and tragic, a hero not of perfection, but of constant struggle. In Tougen Anki, Shiki serves as both protagonist and symbolic mirror. His evolution reflects the blurred boundaries between good and evil. His journey drives the narrative, introducing readers to the complex political and spiritual dynamics of a world where Oni and humans must coexist. Throughout the story, Shiki transitions from a confused, isolated boy into a decisive warrior. His growth is not linear. Every victory comes with personal loss, every revelation with deeper pain. His arc is one of painful maturity, a young man forced to carry the weight of ancient sins he never committed, seeking a balance between his human heart and demon instincts. Shiki's powers are both awe-inspiring and terrifying. His Oni blood grants him immense physical strength, heightened senses, and regenerative abilities, but it also threatens to consume him. His most distinctive ability is his Oni transformation, a form that amplifies his strength but risks erasing his humanity. Symbolically, his powers represent the dual nature of identity: strength born from pain, beauty born from darkness. His demonic traits reflect the internal chaos within him, mirroring how trauma and rage can become both weapons and chains. The red markings that appear when he transforms symbolize the curse of heritage, a visible reminder of the burden he carries. Despite his lone wolf tendencies, Shiki forms bonds that deeply shape his journey. His friendship with other half-bloods and allies becomes a source of emotional grounding. Each companion offers a reflection of what Shiki could become. Some surrender to hatred, others seek peace through unity. His relationship with mentors and rivals is equally crucial. Through these interactions, Shiki learns the harsh truth that not all demons are evil, nor are all humans good. This moral awakening becomes a cornerstone of his development. Even in rivalry, Shiki finds understanding. A reminder that the true enemy is not blood, but prejudice. The Shiki story is one of eternal conflict, both internal and external. Internally, he battles his Oni blood, fearing the loss of his humanity. Externally, he faces discrimination, betrayal, and relentless pursuit from both humans and demons. Each battle, whether physical or emotional, pushes him towards self-awareness. His transformation is gradual, from fear to acceptance, from guilt to strength. Ultimately, Shiki learns that his blood does not define his soul. Rather, his choices do. The true essence of power lies not in destruction, but in control, empathy, and understanding. At its core, Tougen Anki explores identity, prejudice, and destiny. Shiki's character symbolizes the struggle of those born into conflict, judged not by their actions, but by their lineage. He represents the hope for coexistence, a bridge between two worlds at war. His journey raises profound questions. Can one overcome the sins of their ancestors? Is strength defined by power or by restraint? What does it mean to be truly human? Through Shiki, the series conveys that acceptance of one's flaws and the courage to face one's nature is the truest form of freedom. By the end of his evolving story arc, Shiki Ichinose stands as a symbol of redemption and resilience. His path is one of blood, loss, and awakening. Yet through every scar, he discovers a deeper truth, that humanity and monstrosity exist in everyone, and what defines us is the will to choose compassion over chaos. In a world where bloodlines dictate fate, Shiki's legacy is rebellion, the refusal to be chained by what he was born as. Tougen Anki uses his story to remind readers that true strength lies not in power, but in self-acceptance, empathy, and the unyielding desire to create one's own destiny.